Hey everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and I wanted to do a quick video, like a quick follow-up deck in focus mini on a deck that I'm going to also release its unboxing. I don't think I even published it, but I've had the deck for a good while. I don't even remember when I bought it, but it's been a while. And it is the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle cards. And I don't know if they have more than 3 editions, but this is all 3 of the editions. The only problem is I can't really work with this many. And one of them I got, I think it was this version. One of them I got, or maybe 2 of them. No, yeah. 2 of them I got through Amazon, and you can almost see the difference in quality just by the edges here. And then I ordered one directly from the website, I think, of Island Time Wellness, not sure. And you can just see that it's like better quality in terms of like no fraying and whatnot with the cards. But I needed to have all of them. I do a lot of love readings, like a ton of love readings. Probably I'd say 75% on a give and take kind of basis is love readings. The rest would be career or life purpose oriented readings, thankfully. No, just kidding. I love love readings. Actually, I think that's why I get so many of them. And because everybody wants love in their life. So it works out, but I always need tools. And these are the decks, and you'll see you can check out my unboxing of them. I'm not going to show them all. I just want to do a quick discussion. So I think what I'll do is I will note in the description how long I've had this deck, and so that way you can understand I've had them for a while. I've been using them for a while. What I do is when I'm on a helpline, not a helpline, but when I do hotline calls, and it's rare now that I do hotline calls because my business, Abundant Life Tarot, is busy, and I have also a full-time job outside of it, and plus I have my family. So let me show you. So when I do hotline calls, this is helpful. I sometimes use it when I'm on hotline calls, but more often than not, the hotline that I work through, and I'm not going to disclose it in this video or in the comments because of the rules that come along, the contract I signed with being in the hotline. But one of the mediums I'm able to do is video readings, which is cool. And when the video request comes in, whether I have an hour, like you could either do hour readings or 24-hour readings or whatnot. And so when it comes through, I have a chance to say, okay, let me shuffle the cards since it's about love. What's the real deal? What's the real story here about this situation? What am I going into? Because I've only got a few minutes to really get the answers out to these people. And these cards tell me, like I did, and also when I get ready to do love readings for Abundant Life Tarot, like my business readings, not hotline readings, I use this as a precursor. They don't usually know about it. This deck is more so for my purpose than it is for me to show on a reading table. And that's because I'm consulting it before I go into the reading. Like I'm like, what is the story about this relationship? Or what is the story about this person? I did, was it a reading? Who did I read for? I forgot, but I was doing a reading. I knew I was going to be doing a love reading, and I wanted to know going into that love reading, what is this person really working with, and why are they scarred? It's because they kept dealing, and the cards jumped. I wish I had them here. The cards that jumped were like saying she had trust issues. It says certain of trust issues are justified or unjustified. Trust is imperative to feeling safe and secure. That's what's on here. Another reason why I can't really use these cards in video readings, and I'm going to hop back to the topic at hand in just a moment, is because of the fading, I guess the design of how they wanted the images to look, but it doesn't photograph well, or video, in terms of using the video recording. Doesn't show up really well, and so I can't really use them like I'd want to. Maybe in person readings I could. And I have started to kind of use them for my quick and dirty live readings that I do. But they just, if in terms of trying to take pictures of them, you just can't really see them. But that does not make them a bad, it doesn't make it a bad deck at all. Because that's what I was going to say, the reading, what came up, her pre-reading, the reading that she doesn't know that I'm doing, it says she had trust issues. She dealt with a lot of people who constantly wore a mask and kind of hid secrets from her. And that's why she has trust issues. And so that helped me to kind of know in the back of my mind, okay, when I see these other themes in my tarot deck, when I'm doing her reading, then I can kind of say, okay, I see what this is speaking to. And it just gives me a little more context to the tarot reading, whether I've only got 5 minutes to do this reading for someone or whether I have an hour and a half, because I do have clients who book sometimes an hour and a half. On average, they book the 45-minute session, more so than any of them. But yeah, so regardless, this is a very helpful tool in that regard. It's just, I'm trying to think, anything about a client that I did a love reading for. What Spirit, can you give me what's really behind her pain, her anguish? She's desiring to feel great again, to feel good again about herself. She wants to feel it says here, feel the feeling of having a partner, healthy relationship. And so the advice that this card gives is raise your vibration. It will attract the same. So that's the advice in that card. But what was really going on is that she was struggling with emotional intimacy. And right now she is in a break. She revealed that. I'm not on the call anymore. Obviously, that reading was several days ago, but I just wanted to kind of use a real life scenario. And yeah, she said, yeah, I'm taking a break. It says, just taking time apart, and that she's healing a relationship with self, inner child. It says healing relationship with self. Inner child precedes successful relationships. Love is energy. And so that came up heavy. These two themes. This is what she said. This is what she says she's ready for and what she wants and desires. She wants to feel great about being in love and wants to feel like she can attract again. And the advice here that Spirit has, well, you got to feel great first. And how you do that, Spirit is saying, either, well, it could be either you take a break and then you do this or vice versa. It doesn't matter what order I get a sense of. It says emotional intimacy. Healing relationship with your inner child. That's what's going to precede a successful relationship. Love is energy. So there's advice there. Taking a break. She was actively in a break, but let's say she wasn't. This could signal that. And so if I saw, the 8 of Cups come up and summer is approaching, I'm like, oh, I see she is thinking, I think she's going to move in that direction after all. It helps again to bring context. So that is why I love these cards and why I use them. I don't talk a lot about them because, I forget. Sorry, I do forget. And I think also I forget because I haven't published the unboxing, or now I've published an unboxing if you're watching this video. But I'm so behind on my unboxing publishings that I feel like, oh, I can't really talk about them. I can't talk about this favorites because I haven't unboxed it yet, even though I've had it for months and months, sometimes a year. I think I'm going to be putting up unboxings, you guys, that happened a while ago. My bad. But that's what's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's funny about having a deck collection. And you should check out my course because we talk about this phenomenon. So I love it. And that's how I use the Island Time Wellness deck. And it's been very instrumental and helpful. Like, clearly, I do a lot of love readings to the point I made my own love oracle deck. because my Romance Angels Oracle by Doreen Virtue had taken a real serious beating. I needed a newer deck and a more modern deck. A lot of my decks are modern, you know, they're modern. So that art style with the Romance Angels Oracle didn't always jive with my modern day decks, which is fine. It's not a big deal, but for me, it kind of is a big deal. So, and also her religious beliefs were kind of starting to like trigger things inside of me. Like I see that she's coming out with a new book this summer about, you know, how she's no longer misled and that she's, you know, that she's not, you know, that the New Age, she was delivered from the New Age. I forgot what words she said on her cover, but it's just a little too triggering for someone who had to go through a lot of the kind of brand of Southern Christianity that I went through, and I have friends and family who are still very much a part of that, and they're wonderful people, and it in and of itself is a wonderful religion. But for me, the person that I am, the free spirit that I've always been ever since I was a little girl, that just is triggering for me because so many times they tried to box that for me. They tried to spank it out of me. Not my parents per se, but some of my extended family. They did believe in corporal punishment of anybody's children. Sometimes they wanted to send me to church 3 times a week to browbeat it out of me. And it just wasn't, it just like to browbeat the love of the New Age out of me. And it just didn't work out for them or for me in the end. I ended up rebelling significantly because of it. And it was sad because my parents were like really loving and supportive, but it was the extended family that I think deep down in retrospect, I'm looking back, that's who I was rebelling against. And I got some childhood baggage. And so I need oracle decks that pick up on those kind of things. And if it's in me, it's in a lot of us. We all kind of carry baggage. And so my oracle deck speaks to that. It's like you need to set healthy boundaries. I think I have, you know, you got to heal some childhood stuff. Sex is affecting this relationship. This is my oracle. And so what I like about this oracle, Island Time Wellness, is also not afraid to broach these also tough topics that surround love. And the creator made so many different oracles that I could just shuffle for days and get all kinds of different cards. So I just wanted to hop on here and say that. I think that I don't hear a lot about this deck, and I wonder how people are using it, or if people are using it at all. And I was hoping that if I share how I use it, maybe I could hear how other people use it, and we can see if people are really using it or even know how to use it. And I think they'll get excited because this has been really working for me. So anyways, that's it. That's all. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.